This activity is called bingo bowling. You're looking at the scorecard here. We play in groups of 3 to 4. We have 4 positions in the game. The scorekeeper, who is over here with the dry erase marker and the sheet. We have the bowler, who gets to roll the ball 1 time. And down at the other end, we'll have the position of the pin setter and the ball returner. After the bowler takes their turn and rolls the ball down towards the pin setter will call out the number of pins that got knocked down, and the ball returner will take the ball and bring it back to the beginning. They will then go be the scorekeeper. The scorekeeper will write down the number of pins, or I should say they put an X through the number of pins that got knocked down by the bowler, and they rotate. So each student will get a turn to keep the score, they'll get a turn to bowl, they'll get a turn to set up the pins, and they'll get a turn to return the ball. And they just keep rotating until they get 5 in a row on their sheet. Once students get 5 in a row on their sheet, they've got bingo, and I give them a point on our scoreboard, and we've got bingo 1 time during class today. They'll clear their board and erase everything, and they'll keep playing. They'll play again, see if they can get bingo a second time. Now, they typically will start with 10 pins to start the game, and once they start to fill their sheet in, they'll get smart and come up with a strategy to try and finish filling out their bingo sheet. So, for example, if you look on this top row here, this 7, 9, 10, 0, and 1, if they have every number except the 1, they don't have to continue to set up 10 pins. They can choose just to set up 1 pin in an attempt to knock it down and complete their bingo. So they come up with a little strategy of which numbers to cross off and how many pins to set up as they get closer for bingo.